Once you learn to think correctly, you can create anything that you want in your life. This is the foundation. This is the starting point to create, to achieve, to manifest whatever it is that you want in your life. Unfortunately, it's not that easy because you've been programmed, you've been conditioned to think a certain way, to perceive yourself a certain way, to perceive the world, people, money, the environment in a certain way. And so you keep on thinking with that level of mind. And from that level of mind, you keep on creating, doing, making the same thing happen in your life. And so if you want to change anything, you got to realize that thinking, your thought process, what's happening in your mind is the starting point. Because the world is a little bit like a movie screen, right? You experience the world through your five senses. You see, you feel, you taste, you smell and all of that. And based on what you experience on the movie screen, you think that this is, reality. So you allow what is to control the way you think. You let what is now control the way you think, feel, what you do, what you decide. And without realizing, you're letting the movie screen control and perpetuate certain things in your life, because as you think, feel, and decide, you keep on creating the same old result because you keep on thinking from the same level of mind. But instead, you have to realize that if you allow what is to control how you think, you will keep on letting your current result, your current reality perpetuate itself. So you have to realize that what you see on the movie screen is nothing more than a projection from the film. And the film that is in a projector room is your mind. This is the thoughts, this is the belief, this is all that programming that we've been talking about, right? So we forget that what created what we see on the movie screen originates first in our mind. But as long as we let what is control the way we think, feel, act, and decide, we remain powerless to change what is. Because the more you give your attention, the more you focus on what is, the less you focus on what you want instead. So unless what is exactly what you want right now, you gotta learn to change what goes on in your mind first. You gotta learn that really the cause of my experiences, the cause of what I see right now is in my mind first. So if I want to change what is, I gotta start here first, and I gotta stop letting my current result, letting what is happening around me right now control my thoughts, control my feeling, control my decisions and action. Otherwise, you'll have the same loop happening again and again, and you just keep on stacking and re-experiencing the same things over and over again. So what should you do instead? You gotta realize that, okay, if life is like a movie screen and the projector is the cause of what I see on the movie screen, then everything starts here. This is the foundation, the starting step. What you think and what you visualize, see in your mind is the most important when it comes to changing or creating anything that you want in your life. Because again, if you let what is control the way you think, you're thinking from the same old level of mind that created the same result, that created what is. So you gotta first go to what do I want instead, right? This is where your power of attention starts. What do I want instead? And how do I need to start thinking? What do I need to start seeing and visualizing in my mind so I can start feeling as if I am already there, right? So I can start making the decisions, so I can start acting in a new way, so that I can start creating new results in my reality and let the new result control now how I feel, and then create a new cycle of result in my life. You see, this is the simplified way of how you create your reality. But as long as you're stuck here, thinking in the old way, you perpetuate the same old cycle, thinking, why is nothing changing? The main problem, the main challenge, the biggest adversity is that when you start changing your thoughts, your perception, what goes on in your mind, you will not experience the results straight away. And this is where people lose patience. This is what they think and doubt and become anxious. It doesn't work. Am I doing it wrong? What is happening? Why is it not showing up in my life? Is this even real, right? Because there's a delay, right? You have to understand that the moment you start changing the film in the projector room, there is a delay by the time it reaches the movie screen and you start to see it on the movie screen with your 5 senses. There is a time delay. So at first, you gotta be a little bit, what we could say, delusional, right? By simply allowing yourself to create a new level of mind, by simply allowing yourself to visualize, by simply allowing yourself to have greater thoughts, so that you can start feeling in a new way, so that you can start showing up in a new way, regardless of what is now, regardless of how long this remains the same. Because in my personal experience, what I start to see here is first little things, little shift, little opportunities, synchronicity, little things happening, and then at some point, boom, things just unfold. Does that make sense? And we have all experienced that so many times. And this is when you start building the trust, the belief, the momentum, and things just start to accelerate. But if you go back and forth, right, 1 minute you're thinking about what you want and creating that reality and thinking from the end, right, of what I really want. And then 2 minutes later, you allow what is to control how you think, and you feel anxious again, and you worry again, and you make the same old decisions again. If you keep going one way and then the other, one way and the other, you start creating mixed results. And then you wonder why you see mixed results in what you create in your life. So this is a mind game that requires a lot of focus and determination and persistence, that no matter what, no matter how long it takes, I'm going to think greater. I'm going to allow myself to feel greater for me to start making new decisions that is needed for me to start showing up and acting in a new way. And if you can do that repeatedly, I guarantee you that this is the formula that will create anything. The foundation is here. You can no longer let the old thoughts from what is keep on thinking the same way, keep on creating the same results. So you gotta clean up the house and remain faithful to that new idea. Believe that no matter what I think about, what I visualize, it can manifest. I don't know how, I don't know how long it's gonna take, I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I will. And so this is the faith, this is the belief, and this is remaining consistent and committed to the out result. And if you do that, you in your what is, you allow yourself to think greater, to feel greater, to act greater, your reality will become greater. I hope this makes sense. Let me know if you have any question down in the comment, guys. I'm looking forward to hear from you. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Be well.